Here are some exciting coming attractions from Paramount.
The Klingon Empire has 50 years of life left to it.
To offer Klingons a safe haven within Federation space is suicide.
They're animals, Jim. They are dying.
And you, Captain Kirk, are to be our first olive branch.
Me?
The galaxy stands at a crossroads.
This is the Starship Enterprise. We've been ordered to escort you to your meeting on Earth.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
I have so wanted to meet you, Captain. One warrior to another.
Right.
On the verge of peace.
The undiscovered country. Future.
On the brink of war.
We come in peace, and you blatantly defy that.
We haven't fired.
According to our databanks we have,
I shall blow you out of the stars.
Now, the crew of the Starship Enterprise
Will not be the instigators of full-scale war on the eve of universal peace.
They're coming about.
Battle stations.
fights not to win battles,
Incoming!
Signal our surrender.
Captain?
We surrender!
but to end them forever.
We would consider an attempt to rescue them an act of war.
There will never be a better time.
This is Captain Sulu, USS Excelsior.
We stand ready to assist you.
this is fun. You do prefer it this way, as it was meant to be. Warrior to warrior.
You cannot take much more of this. Cry havoc! Kill! And let's slip the dogs of war.
Fire!
Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
Cancel my lunch tomorrow. I'm going to work through and move the dinner to next week. And call my wife and tell her I can't make dinner at 7:30.
We fine for the defendant on all counts.
Success made Henry Turner's life perfect.
Give me a break, will you? I just want a pack of cigarettes.
Fate
Henry, I know you can hear me.
made it something more.
Cardiac arrest caused lack of oxygen to the brain. It's going to be a long, tough rehabilitation.
I'll be your physical therapist for the remainder of the evening. All right.
In some ways, he's starting from scratch here.
You're stepping like a natural man. Go ahead.
Little loop, press over.
How did you learn to do that?
You taught me.
Such a shame. I mean, he was so good.
You've got a life back at home with friends and family and everything you could ever want.
They love you. They're gonna take care of you. Well, I don't want them to take care of me, Bradley.
No, I don't like eggs.
What?
Eggs are your favorite.
Okay, give me a lot of eggs.
Where were you?
I bought a dog.
Mom, look!
Since you've come home, we haven't made love. If you're nervous or something.
Well, yeah, I'm a little nervous. Okay, well, really nervous.
You did it!
Are you my mother?
I can read!
It's not Henry I feel sorry for, it's Sarah.
This is Ajax!
It's like she's got 2 kids now. I heard he's back at work.
Yeah, but doing what?
In this case,
East Shore Hospital, your famous last case.
what we did was wrong.
All we did is paying for our lunch.
I thought I could go back to my life, but I don't like who I was, Bradley.
You didn't like showing affection in public. It bothered you.
I don't mind so much anymore.
One minute you're an attorney, the next you're an imbecile.
That's not a very long trip. You can't let them hurt you, those people. They don't know you anymore.
I don't remember what I was like, Sarah.
Don't listen to nobody trying to tell you who you are.
We were in love once, years ago, and then we weren't, not for a long time. But we're better now. Please don't walk away. Not now.
Harrison Ford. A Mike Nichols film regarding Henry.
Coming this February to video stores everywhere.
We'll have all the movies we've always wanted to have.
I love owning our own tapes.
Oh, dear me. May I help you?
Yeah, we heard you were selling your extra rental cassettes of The Naked Gun 2.5.
Yes, sir, that's right. They're very low priced. We have a few of them left over there.
Great.
Hey, Baron, would you mind fetching that for us?
No, sir. No, dogs are not allowed. I'm very sorry. He knows where to go?
Sure, he comes here all the time.
Well, this is my first day on the job, and I don't know. In our orientation meeting, they explained to us that animals were not allowed, except for a seeing eye dog. I don't think that is a seeing eye dog. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, here he comes. Not a chance, pal. If you want that, you're gonna have to save up your allowance. Now go get The Naked Gun 2.5.
You give your dog an allowance?
He's not good with money.
Oh.
And besides, we've already bought that for him for his birthday.
Oh.
Don't say anything.
Cheap trick, Baron. Now go get The Naked Gun 2.5.
Well, isn't that something? You want me to put that in a bag for you?
Okay, Baron, you go ahead. We'll meet you back at the car.
He's so impatient.
Oh.
You never know, he might leave without us. Bye.
He drives?
Not without these. Oh, God. Baron. Baron, you're killing me here. Putting it back. Twin, sorry. Bye.
Dogs will be dogs.
I can't believe you did this. No miniature golf for you tonight, kid.
Bye. Y'all drive careful. Lord, I think that dog's driving.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
The Honorable Alan D. and former Mrs. Easton. The Honorable William and Mrs. Breslow. The Honorable Nelson and Mrs. Winnie Mandela. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States and Mrs. Bush.
No, wait. How are you, dear?
I'm okay.
Good. Please be seated. Welcome. Glad you could all come. I'm pleased to say that we're graced with the presence of so many distinguished guests tonight. As we all know, this week we're celebrating Law Enforcement Week all across the country, so I'd like to turn the proceedings over to our own Washington, D.C. Police Commissioner, Captain Annabelle Brumford.
I would like now to introduce a most distinguished American. This week he is being honored for his 1,000th drug dealer killed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lieutenant Frank Drebin of Police Squad.
In all honesty, the last two I backed over with my car. Luckily, they turned out to be drug dealers.
Excellent. Thank you, Commissioner Brumford. Now I'd like to call upon my Chief of Staff, Mr. John Sununu, to introduce some special guests.
Thank you. Mr. President, tonight I am extremely proud to welcome our guests from the nation's energy suppliers. First, representing the oil industry, head of the Society of Petroleum Industry Leaders, better known as SPIL, Mr. Terrence Baggett. From the coal industry, chairman of the Society for More Coal Energy, or SMOKE, Mr. Donald Fenswick.
Thank you very much.
And from the nuclear industry, president of the Key Atomic Benefits Office of Mankind, kaboom, Mr. Arthur Dunwell. As you know, for the past 3 years, this administration has been trying to formulate a national energy policy, one that will have a lasting impact on the way we live for the next decade and beyond. To make sure that we choose the right path, the president has appointed as his top advisor in this area, Dr. Albert S. Meinheimer. As I'm sure you're all aware, his reputation in this field is without peer, and Dr. Meinheimer will present his recommendations to the annual National Press Club dinner this Tuesday evening. Mr. President.
I want all of you here to be the first to know that I've decided to base my administration's entire energy policy on Dr. Meinheimer's recommendations. Now, this issue is too important to be left to politicians or special interests to decide. Rather, we need an independent and informed source on which to base our future actions, and Dr. Meinheimer is the recognized expert in this field.
Mr. President, if I may say so, I do hope that Dr. Meinheimer won't be influenced by any of the so-called environmental groups.
Well, we're all well aware of Dr. Meinheimer's reputation, so I think that perhaps he's best qualified to explain his research methods. Dr. Meinheimer.